Hey everybody, how's it going? So there's a new Doctor Who trailer, so this is going to be a breakdown of that, but the really big news is that River Song is confirmed to be coming back for the Doctor Who Christmas special this year. Moffat said that they're actually starting to film it this month. They're filming it during September. If you're brand new to Doctor Who, you have no idea who River Song is and why everybody won't shut up about her, I'm going to do some of my favorite River Song moments at the end of this. But the big stuff first, Doctor Who Series 9, Episode 1, The Magician's Apprentice, that's coming back in 2 weeks, Saturday, September 19th. The tease that the trailer is giving us is that there's going to be a Missy-Clara team-up. It kind of looks like them as well as some bad people are trying to track the Doctor down. This alien here looks new. He doesn't look like something from Classic Who, but if any of you guys have seen anything close to this, let me know in the comments. Series 9 seems like it's going to be creature heavy, and just in general, most of them seem like they're going to be new characters, so it's actually pretty exciting. Just a lot more stuff to cosplay as. Speaking of which, I think I mentioned this in my last trailer video, these do look a little bit like the tattoos that the Sibylline Sisterhood had during Fires of Pompeii, and we know they're going to be revisiting that episode sometime during Series 9. It might not be this episode, but this might have something to do with that. So Missy says in the episode that she has the last will and testament of the Doctor. It looks a little bit like a giant pocket watch, but she calls it a confession dial. That makes it sound like when they turn the dial, it's going to be pointing them in different directions. What's really got me excited here is this Dalek-looking city. This looks like the Dalek city from Doctor Who Season 1. And when I say Season 1, like if you're not familiar, Series 1 is from New Who, from like the 2005 reboot. Season 1 is like the very first ever season of Doctor Who. So the confession dial might end up sending Clara and Missy to Skaro. The Doctor here looks like he's playing some sort of game, like he's been hiding out, like that's why he's wearing sunglasses and he's super dressed down. This is a better image of his costume. The Doctor in a ratty t-shirt, like he's been sleeping on the street or something. This looks a little bit like Series 6 whenever he was playing that chess game trying to get information about the silence. If you remember, a lot of that was built around the mystery of the first question, but they kind of already wrapped that up. That was intended to be a code that would let the Time Lords know that it was okay to bring Gallifrey out of the Pocket Universe. So I don't think that, whatever it is that Capaldi is running from in this first episode, it is the first question. I think it's something completely different. Usually whenever they tease things like that, that's people like reach way back into Classic Who. Like it's, somebody that gets lost, like a lot of people wanting Maisie Williams to be Susan or another really old character. I think for the most part, most of the stuff that they do during Series 9 is going to be relatively new. Like a lot of new characters. The old stuff that we see from Classic Who will be like visual things, like we'll visit Skaro. But you guys can let me know, like, how do you feel about the idea of a Missy-Clara team-up to try and track the Doctor down? Like, to try and execute his last will and testament? It is a 2-part episode. The second part is called The Witch's Familiar. So that I think that's a reference to Clara and Missy. She's both the magician, the Doctor's apprentice, and the witch's, Missy's, familiar. The funny thing about witches and familiars is that familiars are usually more like pets. Really, you can think of them more as companions, but usually, it's like, you see a witch and she has a cat, and that is her familiar. So I think it's kind of funny. Maybe that's how Missy will think of Clara. She'll think of her as like a pet. Michelle Gomez was a ton of fun at Comic-Con. I'm really happy that Series 9 features her heavily. I don't know how many episodes she's going to be in, but I know she's a series regular. She might be the Doctor's greatest villain, but I don't think that she will be the main villain of Series 9. She'll still do very evil things, but I do think that there will be a more vicious villain, like a more, stabby villain for the Doctor to try and face. You guys can let me know, do you think that Missy, like even if she's helping the Doctor most of the season, will be the main villain of Series 9, or there'll be like somebody else that's even worse? Usually what you see in Doctor Who is there's a couple different types of antagonists. You have people, like a person, human-shaped antagonists, like the Master. You have cosmic villains, like the Devil, or like a big, universe-collapsing problem to solve. And then you have the friends as antagonists, like when the Doctor and Clara are fighting, or when the Doctor is fighting the Time Lords, like when he doesn't like some decision they make and he has to go up against them. Usually it ends up being a face, like there's like a face that you can put on the villain, just because that's really satisfying for audiences. Speaking of which, River Song, really friendly antagonist. A lot of times when she made really funny jokes about being with the Doctor, like being with him romantically, it was older versions of the Doctor, which is why everyone wondered if she was coming back for Capaldi's run. There have been 14 proper episodes that she's been in, but she's done a lot of webcasts, like a lot of like really small expanded stuff. The vast majority of those were Matt Smith episodes, but she did debut during David Tennant's run, Silence in the Library, Forest of the Dead, which are 2 of my favorite River Song episodes. I think after that, in no particular order, my favorite River episodes are The Impossible Astronaut and Day of the Moon. That was the 2-part Series 6 premiere. Let's Kill Hitler, also a Series 6 episode. That was actually the origin of the Alex Kingston incarnation. For those of you that don't know, River Song regenerates like a Time Lord, but she's not a member of their race. Angels Take Manhattan, also a really good Doctor Who episode overall, but not the best River episode in my mind. It made you cry because it was a finale, like it was the end of Amy Pond and Rory. The rest of her appearances are pretty solid, but like those episodes that I mentioned are just the ones that stand out in my mind. Alex Kingston is a lot like John Barrowman, like two guest actors that don't show up all the time, but are amazing in the episodes that they're in. And for those that are wondering, even though John Barrowman is on Arrow right now, like he's on that show, which Alex Kingston has also been on too. There's been a lot of Doctor Who actors that have gone on like Arrow and The Flash, but he did say that he would totally come back to Doctor Who if Moffat ever asked him to come back, but he said that he doesn't think that it's going to happen. In case you don't know, I do a weekly Doctor Who giveaway whenever we get new episodes, so all you have to do to enter that is be a subscriber and leave a comment on this video, or like whenever I post Doctor Who videos, pretty much. Congratulations to the winner of my last Doctor Who giveaway, Drew Haig. You win a $20 Amazon gift card. Just be sure to message me on the back end of my channel so I can get your contact info. What'll happen is I'll just announce the winner from this week's giveaway whenever I post my next Doctor Who video. As we get closer, I'll start doing more bonus videos. If there are any requests that you guys want, like any specific videos, just let me know in the comments. I think what I'll do next is rank all my favorite River Song episodes, just because it's such a huge deal that she's coming back. Just in case you guys haven't seen it in a while, you can click here to watch the last trailer for Doctor Who, the Maisie Williams trailer, heavy on Maisie Williams. And you can click here for all the other trailers that I've been posting the last couple days. There's been Arrow Season 4, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Season 3, all kinds of stuff. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. Let's high five. I'll see you guys tomorrow.